breaking through the forefront of reason. With today's current events and cultural commentary, challenging the status quo and your personal worldview, the Tiessen Report. In this corner, wearing white and red, Trevor Tiessen.
All right, welcome. My name is Trevor Tiessen. This is the Tiessen Report, and I want to tell you a little bit about the reason that I'm doing this. I'm concerned about the direction of this country. I think this country has a great foundation, an amazing history, and I want to see that endure. But right now that is threatened. The Constitution and the Bill of Rights hangs by a thread. Our economy hangs on the edge of the abyss, and I'm extremely alarmed about these things. You know, I care about what's important. I don't care about Dancing with the Stars. I don't care about the Super Bowl. I don't care about television or a lot of the stuff that just flat out doesn't matter. You know, I know there's a lot of information out there, and we get a lot of that through the corporate-controlled mainstream media, but you know it and I know it. It's spun, it's massaged, it's filtered, and I want to go beyond the filters. I want to get to the raw information. I want to cover the stuff that isn't even getting talked about. So that's my passion. That's what I'm excited about, and I want to tell you about so that you can tell others. Just a little bit about who I am. I'm no different than you. I'm just a regular person that's decided to do all this. I had a normal, average, middle-class upbringing, but things changed for me in 1989. That's when I came to know the Lord. God became real, and I know He cares about me. He cares about this country, and He cares about you. That is what drives my passion for freedom, liberty, and justice, and this country. You know, I began to learn about, after that, things that were going on in this country, economically, politically. Then for a while I kind of fell asleep for a little while, but then I got a slap in the face and woke up in the summer of 2007. That's when I read the book, The Creature from Jekyll Island by G. Edward Griffin, a book about the history of the Federal Reserve and banking in this country. That's when I saw the film Freedom to Fascism by Aaron Russo. Amazing documentary, eye-opening documentary on what's going on in this country. And since that time, there's been no looking back. I've been following the breadcrumbs, started doing the digging for myself, reading things for myself, and it is amazing what is going on. So just a little bit about me and what is my driving passion. Some of the issues we want to cover on the Tiessen Report. We want to get into things that get some coverage but don't get the coverage that they need. We want to talk about the history of banking in this country. We want to talk about the Federal Reserve System and what's really going on here. Who's really in control? Who's really pulling the strings in this country? It's not the guy sitting in the White House, I'll tell you that. We want to get into things like 9/11, what really happened, the truth about the attacks that took place on September 11, 2001. The official story I'm going to tell you right now is a whitewash. And we want to get into the truth of what happened. I'm not going to get up here and say this without being able to back it up. We're going to get into these things. We're going to break it down piece by piece so that you can chew on it and swallow it and digest it for yourself. I want you to think for yourself. Don't just believe something because I said it. We want to get into that. We want to get into the man-made global warming scam. We want to get into the swine flu hoax. And we want to cover these things because they matter to you. They affect your life. And the only reason you don't think they do is because you don't necessarily know. You may know some, but there's more to the story. There always is. And that's what we want to cover on this show. This and many more topics.